Good morning. Here we are. It's Thursday again. I thought about it last night when I was going to bed. I cannot commit that I'm gonna do every Thursday because I don't know what every Thursday is going to bring. So if y'all are okay with it, I'm okay with it. That we're just gonna take one Thursday at a time and let's see how that rolls out, right? Let's see what kind of rodeo that has in store for us together. So I'm gonna start getting my toothbrush ready. Y'all know the rules. Lucky you, you're not around. I got no makeup on. I have just rolled out of bed. High five. God, we have made it another dang week. What a freaking week. Oh, high five. Today is one of those, it's like a 10 high five. Does that make sense? It has been that lately. And now that we're on week 3 of doing these, I knew what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and yet I wanted to be respectful to those around me, because y'all, I have not had an easy life. I've had an easy life in some areas of my life, and then in many areas of my life I haven't. And in choosing to be transparent, sometimes it takes bravery. But outside of just the bravery, I think there's this fine line where it also takes growth and understanding, right? Like empathy matters when you take the time to empathize for those around you or others. I think that it allows you to make decisions that can still be great for you, but taking other people into account so that it can be okay for them, right? Sometimes we have to share things that maybe not everybody is comfortable with us sharing, and that's okay. But something that's also really important is that we continue to live a life, my belief, again, my opinion, that is authentic and truthful. I have 5 kids. I have a 23-year-old, 21-year-old, soon to be 22. She turns 22 next month. A 20-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 6-year-old. And something that I have taught them since they were itty bitty bitty little ones is the truth. Always tell the truth. The truth will set you free. The truth is the truth. I use the example to them, and I don't know where it came from, right? Momism, I guess. But hey, tell the truth, because the truth is the truth. It doesn't matter what angle of the table you look, because it doesn't matter, because if you're telling the truth and you're looking, the truth is the truth. It's still a table. It doesn't take away the fact that it's a table. So use that. And many people around me can tell you that I use that example. The truth is the truth with the table. But today what I want to share with you is this. I asked my dad last night if I could share with you guys, because it's a topic that might not be comfortable for some, right? Certainly not comfortable for me, because it is a part of my past, but it is a part of my present. And I think it matters, and I wanted to share. And my dad said I could absolutely share. So here I'm going to share a piece of our history of him and I. I am 41 years old, and I had 2 dads growing up. I had my dad, my biological dad, and I had my dad, which was my stepdad, Sam. My stepdad was super present in my life from when I was very, very young. And he passed away of cancer when I was just shy of 9. I was either 8 or 9. I know the date when he passed away. And, there's certain things in, like trauma, right? It goes back to this. When you start learning about trauma and you start learning about these things, you learn that kind of, you look at timelines for what they are. And in some ways, it's just those painful areas. And so he died shortly after Father's Day when I was young. So I was in between birthdays, if you will. Now, at the time when my stepdad passed away, Sam, I used to call him Dad because he was around all the time. My mom had gotten married to him. And my real dad was not very present. He was very in and out of my life, is how I will phrase that. So much so that I remember my dad one time, he had come to the house and he was waiting for my mom and my dad to get home. And he sat with me and he was thirsty. So I got him a little short glass, one of our short glasses. And I remember he drank out of the glass. And when he left, I snuck the glass in my room. I emptied it and I snuck it in my room and I hid it behind my radio because I wanted to remember my dad had been there. And I share this with you because I think it really matters. You know, there is something taking place in my life. There's multiple things taking place in my life right now, right? But the one particular thing and taking place in my life right now is this. Sorry, y'all, I've got to get one plan on day. I'm crying today. God dang it. I don't mind I'm hiding because I lost a nail. I got to go get a nail fixed with it. And my eyebrows waxed. Praise the Lord. I have ability to do that, but good Lord. But this, you know, one of the particular things taking place in my life right now are not easy. And it has to do with death. And it has to do with cancer. And it has to do with those two things that are some of the hardest things to be reliving in my life. And I've had grandparents pass away of cancer, but I understood that they were my grandparents. This one is really close to home. And what makes it challenging and interesting all at the same time is we don't know when it's going to happen, right? It was a diagnosis that came around 4 years ago. And the other day, when I was talking to this individual, it's not my dad. My dad and I get along really great. Ever since I had my oldest son, Taylor, I told him I was knocked up and having a baby the next day. He showed up to the hospital. My stepmom was there. We made amends and we've been good ever since. He's one of my best friends. I talk to him a lot. He sends me a lot of funny monkey emojis and stuff. So no one panic. My dad and I get along really great now. And I love him a lot. And he loves me back. So, but you know, this part of the story, when I found out about this diagnosis 4 years ago, it brought me to my knees physically. I was so heartbroken. For 2-3 days, I was just devastated. Because immediately I thought death. And so I started living with death at the forefront, right? Fearing that this person, while we had a rough history, we've also had a great one. And this person is 2/3 of my life. It's the dad of my kids. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say about that because it's his story to tell, not mine. But what I will share is my emotions, right? And something that I'm realizing and I'm very grateful for, you know, I believe people get placed in your life for a reason. I really do. And the biggest lesson that this experience has taught me and this season has taught me is to value and appreciate life and not to live like you're dying, to live like you're living, because I try to remind him often, he can outlive me. He could outlive the kids. He could outlive all of us. He might live to be 200, the first 200-year-old man on this planet. Who knows? But we've got to stop living like we're dying. And it's not easy. It's not, you know, it's easy to say. It's not easy to live because there's still those moments where I get scared that he's going to be gone one day. And I would have these 3 kids without their dad. And that would be really overwhelming. It is overwhelming. You know, that he would have a wife without a husband because he's remarried. And so I want to remind you today how important it is to live your life. Live your life. Live your life. How do you want your life to look? You know, these are questions that I had asked, but I'm asking again, and I'm asking differently, and I'm asking intentionally to myself. How do I want to live? What do I want my work-life balance to look like? What do I want the relationship with all my 5 kids to look like? Do I want it to change at all? Do I love where it is? What do I want my life to look like? Do I want a partner in my life? Do I want to date? Because that's been on my mind lately. Do I really want to date? Do I not? Because I'm kind of happy by myself. Those of you that are by yourself, you kind of know what I mean. What do I want my life to look like? Do I want to take the trips? Do I not want to take the trips? Do I want to read more books? Do I not want to read more books? Do I want to paint a wall? Because if I paint the wall at my house, it's going to bring me joy and a smile when I walk into my house. Do I want to start learning pottery? Do I want to, do I want to go visit my family? Who do I want to make amends with? Who do I not want to make amends with? Who do I want in my life and who don't I want in my life? I'm looking at it for what it is, and it's such a powerful reminder. How do you want to live your life so that you're living? Versus how do we want to live our life just like we're guaranteed a life? Because you're not. I think it matters, and I think it stems back to my childhood. Me losing my stepdad was so traumatic and so huge, and I've said it for so long. I've lived almost 30 years trying to make a dead man proud of me. There's been a lot of pressure that comes with that. Nobody induced it on me. I did it to myself. I'd like to think that the good about it is that it's allowed me to become the wonderful person I am, right? But it's also had its challenges for me. It sets the bar so high sometimes that I can't reach it, right? And then you have human beings that will do that to you, so it doesn't help the situation. It's like double bar, right? But it allowed me, I look back in hindsight, and the people placed in your life, right? Me having my dad that way allowed me to then be prepared for this because I didn't know what my future had in store. Because had I not had my dad that passed away that way, I wouldn't be prepared for the man that is an important man in my life to be going through this right now. And I think it allows me to be strong for him. It allows me to be strong for his family. It allows me to be strong for my kids, our kids. And it allows me to be strong for myself, even on the days I don't want to be. So, long freaking Thursday video. But there it is, what's on my heart. I see you, I love you, you matter to me. I do. And I hope that you will take this message to heart. You will take the bits and pieces that are meant for you to just feel and do something with them. Do something with it. Don't put this video to vain use. I hope it does something to enrich your life, to make your life better, to make it more joyous, more peaceful, and give you more reasons to be grateful.